There's something electrifying about live music. Thousands of fans screaming, lights flashing, the energy hitting you like a wave. It feels alive, untouchable, immortal, but sometimes that moment becomes a goodbye. These rock stars gave everything to the stage, blood, sweat, soul, and in the end, it became their final resting place. No rehearsals, no encores, just the last note. And then, nothing. In this video, we're taking a look at 7 rock stars who passed live on stage. Number 1. Dimebag Darrell. On December 8, 2004, in Columbus, Ohio, a night already exploding with energy came to a brutal and unforgettable end. At the Alrosa Villa nightclub, legendary guitarist Dimebag Darrell, best known for his work with Pantera and Damageplan, was shredding through the opening notes of his first set. The crowd was alive, the atmosphere was electric, everything felt perfect. And then in a matter of seconds it turned into a nightmare. A man broke through security and rushed the stage. At first fans thought it was just an overzealous crasher, but then gunfire. 5 shots, one of them hitting Dimebag in the head, killing him instantly. Panic ripped through the venue. People screamed, ducked, ran. The shooter, a disturbed former Marine named Nathan Gale, continued firing into the crowd. He killed 4 people, including a brave fan and a security guard. Dimebag was just 38, one of the most influential guitarists in metal history. Gone in an instant, under the very lights he was born to play beneath. The music died that night in more ways than one. Our next artist's death shocked everyone, but only after a period of utter confusion. Number 2. Colonel Bruce Hampton.
And if you got a headache, baby, you powder through the pain.
It was supposed to be a night of celebration. At the Fox Theater in Atlanta, Georgia, the atmosphere was alive with anticipation. The stage was filled with legendary musicians, old friends and new admirers, all there to honor the quirky genius of Colonel Bruce Hampton. For those who knew the world of jam bands, Bruce was a legend, a mentor who'd shaped the genre in his image. As the encore began, Bruce took his place at the front of the stage. He was always the centerpiece of the madness, a showman, a maestro of chaos. Then unexpectedly, he collapsed. At first, the crowd thought it was part of his usual performance antics. His eccentricity was well known. The band carried on almost as if it were scripted. But the reality soon set in. Bruce wasn't moving. He had suffered a fatal heart attack, and the moment that had started with high spirits and energy had turned into something tragically real, surrounded by fellow musicians and an audience who came to celebrate his legacy. Bruce Hampton passed away in the place he loved most, on stage, amidst the music. Number 3. David Olney.
I was burning with a fire.
On a chilly January evening in 2020, inside a packed venue at the 30A Songwriters Festival in Florida, veteran folk singer David Olney sat on stage, guitar in hand, surrounded by fellow musicians. The lights were low, the mood was warm. Olney, as always, was calm, stoic, steady, immersed in the music. Mid-song, mid-line, he paused. Gently he said, "I'm sorry." Then he lowered his head and never lifted it again. There's no drama, no fall, no cries for help. He didn't drop his guitar, he just stopped. At first no one realized what had happened. Even the musicians beside him thought he was taking a reflective beat. But he was gone. David Olney died on stage at 71 years old. A poet, a craftsman of lyrics, he lived for the music, and somehow his final breath became part of the performance itself. Number 4. Mike Scaccia. December 22nd, 2012, Fort Worth, Texas. The venue was small, but the energy was massive. Rigor Mortis, Texas metal legends, were on stage celebrating a bandmate's birthday. On guitar, Mike Scaccia, fast, precise, a blur of fingers and fury. The crowd thrashed, amps roared, it was perfect chaos. Then mid-solo, Mike suddenly stepped back and collapsed. Paramedics arrived fast, but it was too late. A massive heart attack took his life right there on stage. He was only 47. But here's the haunting twist. Earlier that night, Mike had reportedly asked the venue to cut the strobe lights. They were triggering discomfort. maybe even warning signs from his body. But he pushed through for the fans, for the music, and the storm swallowed him whole. Number 5. Country Dick Montana. On November 8, 1995, in Whistler, British Columbia, the Beat Farmers were mid-set, delivering their rowdy mix of cowpunk, country, and barroom chaos. At the center of it all, Country Dick Montana, drummer, showman, legend, a larger-than-life mix of musician and madman. During the song, The Girl I Almost Married, he suddenly slumped forward onto his drum kit. At first, no one panicked. He was famous for outrageous stunts. But this time, he didn't get up. Bandmates rushed to help. Paramedics followed, but it was too late. Cause of death? Massive heart attack. He was just 40. Country Dick died exactly as he lived, on stage in the spotlight, doing what he loved. Country Dick wasn't the only rock warrior to meet his end with a guitar in hand. 2 decades earlier, and an ocean away, another musician's life was cut short on stage, before the show even began. Number 6. Les Harvey. Swansea Rails. The top-ranked club was buzzing. Stone the Crows were ready to unleash their signature blend of blues, rock, and soul. At the heart of it, guitarist Les Harvey. Gritty, raw, and full of fire. Just before showtime, Les reached down to adjust his microphone stand. One hand on the mic, the other on his guitar strings. And then a jolt snapped him back. A live electrical current surged through his body. The microphone hadn't been properly grounded. He stiffened, shook, then collapsed. Bandmates rushed to help. Medics tried to revive him, but Les Harvey was dead, just 27 years old. The most tragic part, his girlfriend, singer Maggie Bell, watched the entire thing happen, moments before they were supposed to light up the stage together. His death became a warning to every artist who ever stepped on stage. Les Harvey's death was a brutal reminder of how dangerous the stage can be. But not every on-stage tragedy comes with sparks and chaos. Sometimes it's just silence. Number 7. Mark Sandman.
I hear a voice.
July 3rd, 1999. Rome, Italy. Thousands gathered at the Giardini del Principe for an open-air concert. The band, Morphine. At the mic, Mark Sandman. Cool, calm, otherworldly. His voice felt like a dream you couldn't wake from. Songs like Cure for Pain and Buena drew fans into a jazzy, smoky trance. In the middle of their second song, he stopped. Sandman staggered, fell, no sound, no warning, just silence. At first the crowd thought it was part of the show, but it wasn't. Mark Sandman had died of a heart attack at just 46 years old. His final notes played mid-song, under the stars in front of a crowd he'd hypnotized. Quiet, haunting, poetic. 7 artists, 7 stages, 7 moments frozen in time. Some went out in a blaze of noise, others in eerie silence, but all of them died doing what they loved. Hit that like button if this video blew your mind, and subscribe for more shocking music stories, wild rock history, and unbelievable what-ifs. And if you know of another artist who left the world mid-performance, drop their name in the comments, because these aren't just deaths, they're legacies, frozen in time.